All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bashimi Hashah, Baharakodash, double honors to apostles, a great millstone, and salutations to elect, which we hold to be. It's your brother Hawaii. Got a quick lesson for you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites who better shame but looking like heathens, who spirit but witness that they're a child of Heavenly Father. In the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, who the world only calls Jehovah, God of Yahweh. And the name of the Heavenly Son is Yahweh Shai, who the world only calls Jesus Christ or Jesus Christos or Yeshua. Quick lesson. Any other preachers come out, you already know it's the Holy Spirit. It's the Holy Spirit, why you believe it or not. And this is something that dawned on me. And I just want to speak on it. Right. So this is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. It says, woe, meaning destruction, unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. You see? Right. So let's look at the word decree. It's the word chakwak. And it says to hag, that is engrave. To be scribed simply by implication to enact laws being cut in stone or metal tablets in primitive times or generally prescribed. It says appoint, decree, govern, grave, lawgiver, note, portray, print, set. You see, and it says woe unto them that that decree unrighteous decrees. You know what I'm saying? It says, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. Now I want to get into the GNT. Salaki. I want to get in Salaki. I want to get into GNT. Bear with me. This is in the Good News translation. Isaiah 10 and 1. It says, you are doomed. You make unjust laws that oppress my people. Right? And the thing is that when it comes down to Joel 9 and 24, the earth is given in the hands of the wicked. And who is that? The full-blown spirit Caucasians, no matter how they look, no matter what ethnicity and stuff that they find themselves in, right? And the thing is that when it comes down to them, right, they don't even care for their own. You see? Like Elder Malcolm was saying, it says two-time loser. You know what I'm saying? You know, where you suffering and whatnot and stuff, the curses, according to Deuteronomy 30 and 7, that was placed upon Israel, but now being placed upon the heathens. You going through that, and then at the same time, stuff your own people. Well, shit, that's Deuteronomy 20 and 54. You know, well, guess what? Your own people and stuff don't like you. You know what I'm saying? You see how it feels, right? But I want to go into that. You know what I'm saying? It's like it, but that's pretty much the stuff was going on. She like it. So this is the definition. It says open AI. It says it is a company that researches and develops artificial intelligence, which the goal of benefiting humanity. It says mission. It says OpenAI's mission is to advance artificial general intelligence (AGI) in a way that's safe, beneficial, and fair. You see, that's that word fair. Now let's get this. It says marked by impartiality. It says in honesty, free from self-interest, prejudice, or favoritism, confirming with the established rules allowed. You see, and that word allowed, right? Right? And I understand and stuff. There's a difference between state and religion. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna prove that state and religion stuff is the same. The word fair adjective, it says pleasing to the sight of persons and body features, also of objects, places, right? It says beautiful, right. So look, go back. It says research. It says OpenAI's research focuses on areas like machine learning, deep learning, and reinforcement learning. They also develop AI models such as the GPT, generative pre-trained transformer. I mean, guess what? It constantly grows, right? It says series, which is known for its language generation and capabilities. Um, Collaborations. It says, open AI research and patents are generally open to the public, except when they could negatively impact safety and whatnot. And in this case of stuff, it wouldn't negatively impact safety. It says they also collaborate with other research organizations and individuals. It says support. It says OpenAI has also supported other public charities that focus on technology, economic impact, and justice. Right. Pretty much the stuff what's being addressed is the fact of unfairity. You know what I'm saying, or unfairity. You know, unfairity, and stuff. You know, however way it goes. The thing is that it's unfair, right? And it's this all stimulating stuff from one episode from Law and Order. You see, right? All right. So this is why was AI or artificial intelligence created? Artificial intelligence AI was created with the goal of enabling machines to perform tasks that typically require human intelligence, right? So when it come down to any machine and whatnot and stuff, human intelligence and stuff was required, right? So it starts with the human intellect, right? It says like learning, reasoning, problem solving, and perception, essentially mimicking human capabilities. That's another key word, right? Or key couple of words, right? It says mimicking human capabilities to automate, process, and solve complex problems that might be beyond human capacity alone, right? And that's more than likely towards storage. You know what I'm saying, right? The scripture says that we hardly gets it right in wisdom of Solomon, right? It it also says and stuff in the scriptures. It says that not all great men are wise. You know what I'm saying? You know, and when it comes down to great men and stuff, you don't have to just be an apostle or a prophet or a teacher or evangelist. And it tells you that in Sirach or Ecclesiastes in the Apocrypha, the 44th chapter, that you have individuals and stuff who've done great things. You know what I'm saying, right? But guess what? It probably ain't towards prophecy. They probably ain't remembered, but yet they did great things, right? Why you thinking stuff? You got certain brother stuff who bring out the fact that who really and stuff created a light bulb, or who really created a traffic light, or who really and stuff created peanut butter. You know what I'm saying? You know, right? But anyways, it says it says uh process and solve complex problems that might be beyond human capacity alone, meaning pretty much memory, to remember everything, right? It says the primary motivation was to develop systems that could think and act like humans, right? That's why I said mimic, right? It says, and I want to get that word right quick. Essential. I know I'm going straight to the point, but just bear with me. So this is the word essential. It says of relating to or constituting, right? So that constituting goes into constitute, right? Constitution, right? It says essence, inherent. You know what I'm saying, right? It says of the utmost importance, basic, indispensable, necessary. Uh, you go into the word necessary and stuff. It says absolutely needed, required. You see, right? As you can see right here and stuff, it says logically unavoidable, right? That cannot be denied, right? So we finna get into that. So I'm gonna go back. It says, why was AI created? It says artificial intelligence AI was created with the goal of enabling machines to perform tasks that typically require human intelligence. It's just like learning, reasoning, problem solving, and perception. Essentially, remember we went to the word essential. It says mimicking human capabilities So that means and stuff that's where it all started. So these are copycats. It says to automate, process, and solve complex problems that might be beyond human capacity alone. It says the primary motivation was to develop systems that could think and act like humans, allowing for more efficient solutions across various fields like medicine, science, and finance. You know what I'm saying, right? But guess what? That's not the only categories and stuff that it can come across, right? Right. So pretty much, I'm finna play this video.
You craves to play with me? I know it's a nice game. You get away from me, Miss Sophie. You's a pretty boy, and you was gonna play with me. Blaze and the other bucks do, and you is too. Miss Sophie, I'll tell your father. Tells him he'll skin and fire you alive. I'll say you done raped me. You craves to play with me? I know it's a nice game. You get away from me, Miss Sophie. You's a pretty boy, and you was gonna play with me. Blaze and the other bucks do, and you is too. Miss Sophie, I'll tell your father. Tells him he'll skin and fire you alive. I'll say you done raped me.
The thirst. The thirst.
You craves to play with me? I know it's a nice game. You get away from me, Miss Sophie. You's a pretty boy, and you was gonna play with me. Blaze and the other bucks do, and you is too. Miss Sophie, I'll tell your father. Tells him he'll skin and fire you alive. I'll say you done raped me. Oh, and you is too.
And sorry, you know, my humor and stuff might be a little different than most of you all's, but it's funny and stuff how she's like really paying attention and stuff, that trying to take that big belt off him. You know what I'm saying? It's, and like what it says Miss Sophie gets caught hunting BBC and stuff. It's funny as hell. You know what I'm saying? I got my own shit, but other than stuff, it's funny to me. Them little arms and whatnot and stuff. Trying to, get her way and whatnot and stuff. But you got to watch out for this. And guess what? It's found in what is that? Second Kings. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna read out my scriptures. When they come down to Second Kings and whatnot and stuff, don't think it's like, oh, they're just kids and stuff. No, kids can be demonic. This is Second Kings. You got Second Kings. Cause look, we in a world and stuff that live off advantages and disadvantages, right? And I'm getting all this from anime, right? So this Second Kings chapter 2, and I'm sorry, turn 3. It's Second Kings chapter 2 verse 23 in the Bible. It says, and he went up, and this is Elisha. Well, I started from 22. It says, so the waters were healed unto this day. This is according to the saying of Elisha, which he spake And he went up from thence unto Bethel. And as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children out of the city, and mocked him, and said unto him, Go up, thou bald head, go up, thou bald head. And he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of the Lord. Right. And I'm gonna tell you right now, when it come down to a curse, right? The thing is that when it come down to a curse is a prayer onto Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. It's a request, right? Because it says, I'm gonna get this for you. This is Proverbs chapter 26. It's Proverbs chapter 26, verse 2. It says, As the bird by wandering, as the swallow by flying, so is the curse causeless shall not come, right? So guess what? It's a request. It's a prayer. You know what I'm saying, right? It's a prayer. You know, I don't want you all the stuff to think it's like, oh, we're grabbing hairs and teeth and skin particles and stuff and certain substances and stuff. That shit is witchcraft. What we do, it's like not what we do, it's like it, but what anybody does, really. You know what I'm saying? If you even when it come down to a wish is a prayer, right? When you pray to the Lord and whatnot and stuff, it's like, when motherfuckers be like, damn you, or curse you and whatnot and stuff. That is a prayer. But at the same time and stuff, I'm gonna say it like this: you have to be found in fault. According to this Proverbs 26 and 2, the curse costless, right? The thing is that the reason why the curse and stuff ain't gonna work and stuff if they found to be innocent within the Bible. Remember, the rules and regulations and stuff of anything, no matter where you are on this earth and stuff, is constituted by Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. You see? Yeah, you got everybody else and stuff creating their rules and whatnot and stuff, right? But at the same time, the law of the land is ultimately the Bible. You see? Right? So I'm going to go back to the 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 23. It says, and he went up, and this was Elisha. It says, Elisha, the underling of Elijah, right? This is Elisha. It says, and he went up from thence unto Bethel, and as he was going up by the way, it says there came forth little children out of the city. Now, the thing is that if a girl goes out and stuff, her brothers got to go with her. You know what I'm saying? They can go out there and play with their brothers and stuff with the woo. You know what I'm saying, right? Now, there's a certain situation stuff when it come down to the scriptures in Deuteronomy, right? And that's the reason stuff why brothers will go out and stuff with their sisters. But other than that and stuff, don't worry about anything, right? But we gonna get to that, Lord willing. We gonna get to that. But it says there came forth little children. Well, 23 it says, and he went up from thence unto Bethel, and as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children. When you go into the word children and stuff, it talks about boys, it talks about little men, right? And it says out of the little city. It says out of the little city. It says it mocked him and said unto him, Go up, thou bald head, go up, thou bald head. And he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. It says, and there came forth two she bears out of the wood, and tear 42 children of them. So 42 children, you see, right? So when it come down to and stuff, you know what that means is, how people and stuff sit up here and be like, man, they're just children. They're just children and stuff. No, children can be deviant too. That's why I'm showing you this video, you know, because you got daddy's little angel. You know what I'm saying? Usually when it come down to the females, so the father and the daughter relationship and whatnot and stuff. Well, guess what? She can play all sweet and innocent and stuff when the whole time she deviant. And one of the main things that proves that is because I watch anime and shit, right? I'm into anime. When they come down to Rising of the Shield Hero first season, the first and second episode, when it come down to Multi did his ass dirty and stuff. But guess what? She was all it was like, oh, let me cuddle up with you and whatnot and stuff. Let me this, that, a third. And the whole time she was manipulating her father. You know what I'm saying? He was the king. Well, besides the story and whatnot and stuff, I don't want to get too deep into it. But when it come down to the king, the thing is that he was the father. He was the father, and Multi and stuff was manipulating him. You see, you know, right? Because he had that my daughter is an angel and whatnot and stuff. Hey, guess what? I'm gonna tell you right now. A lot of you men, what I'm saying, who got daughters and whatnot and stuff. I know we worry about it and whatnot and stuff, right? Well, I ain't gonna say we, but I know a lot of you are worried about it and stuff because of the various thoughts and stuff that you come in your life and stuff. Because at the same time, it's a shame. The scriptures talk about that. But at the same time, when it come down to it, a lot of your daughters and stuff, guess what? They ain't right. Your mothers ain't right. Your sisters ain't right. Your aunties ain't right. Your female cousins ain't right. You know? They use their innocence. They know what it is when it come down to it's like, well, I'm a female. I'm a female. I'm a female. That's them and stuff trying to portray their they're trying to portray their I'm the weaker vessel and whatnot and stuff. They're trying to portray that. They trying to portray that and stuff so they can sit up here and be like, oh, you know, uh, I'm known and stuff for being reckless. I'm known from having potential and stuff to do messed up things and whatnot and stuff. So you should just, just not worry about it and stuff and let me go and whatnot and stuff. They used to being in a position where they can do whatever the fuck it is that they want. You know what I'm saying? Right? And that's why I'm playing this video now, right? So I'm gonna play it again. Miss Sophia, I'll tell your father. Tells him your skin and fire you alive. I'll say you done rape me. Miss Sophie! Your skin and fire you alive. You see that? You see that? She threatened him, right? According to today's society and whatnot, this is what women do. It's not just young women, because I'm going to that. It's not just young women. You know what I'm saying? It's also or even little kids, right? But little women and whatnot and stuff, right? Or no, not little women, little ass girls. They do this and stuff. Why? Because guess what? They're plumped. You know what I'm saying, right? And part of that plumpness and stuff is in it's a setup. You see. And then don't get me wrong and whatnot and stuff. Hey, a lot of these cultures, Apostle Bar and stuff went into and stuff years ago. The thing is that, or no, I think it was actually this year, whatever. But the thing is that you got a lot of cultures and whatnot and stuff where they deal with young women. You know what I'm saying? Right? And when it comes down to culture and stuff, it usually goes into, some type of belief and whatnot and stuff when it comes down to religion. But I'm finna show you that guess what? When it comes down to the laws independence and constitution stuff of this world. You know what I'm saying? They agree with it too. Right? So I'm gonna continue playing this. I'll say you done rape me. And she doing this and stuff more than likely and stuff because of the power that she has and stuff underneath her father. You know what I'm saying? Or whoever and stuff is in charge. And as you can tell and stuff, this look like indentured, if I got it right, indentured slaves. You know what I'm saying, right? We're still slaves and stuff to this day and whatnot and stuff, but this is what they do. They want the BBC. You know what I'm saying? They don't want the what is it? BWC. They don't want that. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time and stuff, even if it's still big and stuff, guess what? They want the dark meat. You know what I'm saying? You craves to play with me? I know it's a nice game.
Get away from me, Miss Sophie. You's a pretty boy, and you was gonna play with me. Blaze and the other bucks do, and you is too. Miss Sophie, I'll tell your father. Tells him he'll skin and fire you alive. I'll say you done rape me. Miss Sophie! She's starting with you. Ain't a boy on this place and don't wants to run when Miss Sophia coming.
All right, so this is the word mature in the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. It says no, Salakia. Bear with me, because they might change some shit. All right, so here you go and stuff. In the word mature in the Merriam-Webster dictionary, it says having attained a final or desired state. It says having achieved a low but stable growth rate. It says of relating to or being an older adult, elderly. It says all right, so look, I jumped the gun and stuff. Don't worry about it though. I jumped the gun, Salakia. So pretty much and stuff, the question was, does reproductive maturity and stuff proves adulthood, right? And this is AI overview, you know what I'm saying, right? Overview, right? So when it come down to artificial intelligence and stuff, as we read before, it shows and stuff that guess what? It was created by human intelligence, right? So this is human intelligence, you know what I'm saying, right? Being recorded and stuff by AI, because that's all AI is doing is sitting up here scanning for all the different things and stuff, humans and stuff placed upon off the internet, right? So it says AI, artificial intelligence and stuff overview. It says yes, from a biological perspective, reproductive maturity is considered the key factor that distinguishes a child from an adult, as it signifies the body's ability to reproduce, marking the transition into adulthood through the process of puberty. Essentially, once a person reaches reproductive maturity, they are considered biologically adults. And it says key points about reproductive maturity and adulthood. It says the physical changes that occur during puberty, triggered by hormones, led to reproductive maturity, right? And I'm gonna say it like this: when it comes down to fast food, does not fast food and stuff plays a potential play and stuff when it comes down to hormones? When it comes down to hormones, right? The thing is that it causes it causes individual stuff to age faster. You know what I'm saying? You know, right? So when it comes down to, you know, because guess what? We eating GMO foods and whatnot and stuff, right? They over here talking about, you know, grass fed, whatever, with the woman stuff. The thing is that they pumping them with hormones, or they pumping them and stuff with other things and stuff where we eat them, and therefore, guess what? Our hormones and stuff accelerate. So therefore, the thing is that they claim they claim and stuff, you know, even if it's grass fed and whatnot. What the scripture says in Ezekiel 3, let me get it. I got to get it right quick, because this is part of prophecy, right? There's uh you know uh hmm, what is it? Is it 4? This is Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 13. It says, and the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahshua said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, meaning the heathens, full blood and spirited heathens, whither I would drive them. So you know what that means? That means and stuff that guess what? Our food is defiled. That's why you got the red 40, the blue 40, the yellow this, that, and the third and whatnot and stuff. You know, they got the Sonic tails and knuckles and shit and stuff when it come down to it, right? Well, when it come down to it and stuff, right? All those different things and whatnot and stuff, it's to defile the food. And that's what you do have certain insects that are lawful and stuff like locusts, ball locusts and stuff, grasshoppers and stuff, you know what I'm saying, right? You know what I'm saying, right? But other than that and stuff, and then certain beetles. But at the same time and stuff, do you think that they use it and stuff when they want to take the nation of Israel down? They not doing it. They're more than likely and stuff. It's like, oh, it's unlawful foods and whatnot and stuff, keeping it hidden and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then sitting up here, it's like praying to the Lord. It's like, hey, they going off and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, choose us instead of them. And it's like, but you the one in power. You know what I'm saying? You Edomites. Y'all as the ones and stuff in power, and y'all the ones and stuff setting this shit up and whatnot and stuff. How in the hell and stuff you gonna complain to me about them going off and stuff when you causing them to go off? You putting them in a position and stuff where this is all they can do. You know what I'm saying, right? So you the cause, right? Understand that, right? So I'm gonna read this again. And I know I was going into food and stuff, but Satan trying to distract me and whatnot and stuff, especially for the individuals in the background and stuff who talking they shit, right? So this is all right. So I asked and stuff. It says, does reproductive maturity it pretty much is it proof and stuff for adulthood? It says yes. This is AI. They already shown and stuff that AI and stuff is constructed and stuff by the thoughts of a human mind, right? It says, yes, from a biological perspective, reproductive maturity is considered the key factor that distinguishes a child from an adult, as it signifies the body's ability to reproduce, right? Marking, let's get that. Let's get that. Bear with me. This is the word mark is ing and stuff, meaning that guess what is happening, why it's going and stuff, or why it's in play, right? So it says, it says 2A2. It says something such as a line, notch, or fixed object. Remember how Moses stuff was saying that he was drawing the line in the sand, right? It says designed to record position. Uh, uh, it says target. It says, it says, it says the starting line or position in a tracked event and stuff, right? It says goal, object, and a when I gotta choose correctly. It says condition of being correct. This is 2A4. It says condition of being correct or accurate. Go back to this. It says yes, from a biological, right? Science means to know. It says perspective, reproductive maturity is considered the key factor that distinguishes a child from an adult, as it signifies the body's ability to reproduce, marking, right? Conditional proof, the transition into adulthood. It says through the process of puberty. It's essentially once a person reaches reproductive maturity, they are considered biologically an adult. So at the same time and stuff, you have individuals and stuff where they'd be like, oh, well, they such and such age and whatnot and stuff. But guess what? When it come down to age, you know what I'm saying, whether they a couple of months, 1 year old, 2 year old, 3 year old, 4 year old, 6 year old, 5 year old, 5 year old, 6 year old and stuff, and so on and so forth and stuff, right? The thing is that that's age. That declares age. And guess what? We finna get into that. That declares age, right? So when it goes into the word maturity and stuff, right, which we gonna get that. This is the word maturity. It says the quality, and this is in the Merriam-Webster dictionary. 144. It says it says the quality or state of being mature, especially full development. Right? These are pictures though. So this is in the word maturity and stuff, and it says synonyms and antonyms, right? Synonyms: age, ageness, ancientness, elderliness, right? So with that being the case and stuff, you know what that shows? That shows and stuff like according to what AI has presented and stuff, which goes back into human intelligence and whatnot that's stored up, you know what I'm saying? Because a computer and stuff can hold more than, well, I say it like this. The human brain can hold a lot of information and whatnot, but does it have access to it all the time? No, it don't. That's why they created artificial intelligence. And with that being the case and stuff, artificial intelligence is holding everything. You know what I'm saying? Even the brother Benji and whatnot and stuff, when it came down today, one of the eldest live streams and stuff, right? They was sitting up here saying that they was sitting up, well, the brother was sitting up here saying this stuff, is that guess what, they can't lie about anything, you know what I'm saying, right? Because ultimately, you know what I'm saying, AI gonna cut them off and be like, no, this is that, woo the woo, right? You know what I'm saying, the GPT. And I recently did a show in the past going into how, you know uh, uh I recently did a show in the past going into the fact where it's like, you know what, this is because part of the sword, you know what I'm saying, is technology. It's not just the gun or the modern day gun and stuff or actual sword or impalement. And you know AI and stuff impels these people. So at the same time and stuff, it's a blessing and stuff that turned into a curse. You see, it fucks them up. You know what I'm saying? Double-edged sword and stuff, right? They was over here handling shit and stuff, cutting foes down and stuff when it come down to the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time and stuff, that same sword, guess what? They don't know how to wield it that much. They came out with AI and stuff, and now guess what? Even though they over here trying to cut people down and stuff, they over here injuring themselves. You see? Right? So as it says age this, right? Right? So when it come down to maturity and stuff, the base word and stuff is mature, right? It says having completed natural growth and development, ripe. It says having undergo maturation. It says having attained a final or desired state. It says having, and then most people and stuff, it's like, well, they still developing whatnot and stuff. The thing is that guess what? It's already an end sequence. And what's the ending and stuff? It's like they're growing and whatnot and stuff while they in the womb, they come out and whatnot, right? And they get to puberty and whatnot and stuff. And as soon as they hit puberty and stuff, the end state and stuff is the fact that they're adults. They're young adults. Do they have everything in the mind? No, they don't. But they're young adults. You see? And guess what? That's a saying and stuff that is being said, you know what I'm saying, in today's time. They're young adults, you see, right? And look, what I'm going by and stuff right now and stuff, because, I would like to bring out, when it come down to scriptures and Deuteronomy 22nd chapter, a lot of people and stuff be tripping and stuff, but at the same time, this is according to the state. These are rules and regulations and stuff from the state. This is according to their unrighteous decrees. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that it's a special type of a seizing. It's a seizing, SEIZE. It's it's a special type of seize that my scoffers and stuff always, have a, always try to like portray and stuff. But when it come down to and stuff, the thing is, it's like this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not the only one. You know what I'm saying? Pastor Ricard talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Pastor Har bring about it. Pastor Bar and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the proof is in the pudding. You know what I'm saying? We're not grapists, right? Ain't no grapists, right? Right, and I might do according to how the world thinks and stuff, snatch and grab. That's not what's going on, right? And it says having attained a final or desired state, right? So within puberty and stuff, that's the final and desired state. So even though they still develop, the thing is that guess what, they already automatically and stuff in adulthood. And it goes the same way with boys, as it says in as it says in Genesis the 30th chapter and stuff. When it come down to Judah's son, the progenitor of Judah, his son Shalah, You know what I'm saying? And when it came down to Tamar, an older female. You see? Right? And it says having achieved a low but a stable growth rate, or relating to or being an older adult elderly. You see? And I know elderly and stuff usually be like up in age. I know elderly and stuff usually up in age and stuff, but elderly and stuff just means older. You know what I'm saying, right? So it says of or relating to is just all the way at the bottom. Well, I'm gonna read 2D again. It says of relating to or being an older and adult, right? So it's a separation from childhood and adulthood and stuff. And what is the initiation and stuff? Age, right? But age is done by age, even though it's age and stuff, and you want to use the numbers and whatnot and stuff, it's done biologically, you know? It's done biologically. Regardless of anything and stuff, it's done biologically. It's all about the chemistry and stuff within a person's body and stuff as they continue stuff to grow. You see? And even if they get halted or they have like a certain condition and whatnot and stuff, right? You still go by the transition of how they grow or how they mature and stuff biologically and stuff, you know what I'm saying, as you count the numbers and stuff when it come down to the years, right? So it says of or relating to a condition of full development. You see? And what's the ultimate full development? The full development, I don't know what the hell that shit was. All right. The full development, you know what I'm saying, is them being to not be able to procreate to being able to procreate. Meaning to not be able to reproduce to being able to reproduce. You see? Right? Now, I want to get this. It says what is punitive or coercive power? Right? And I want to make this point too. It says coercive power is the ability of a manager to force an employee to follow or order by threatening the employee with punishment if the employee does not comply with the order. It says the most important concept to understand about coercive power is that it uses the application of force. And most people's ideals of force, you know what I'm saying, especially in what I'm referring to and whatnot and stuff, right, is that snatch and grab, put your hands on. This is talking about that. Guess what? You ain't doing that. You call in this and stuff, out of fear somebody's consenting, right? Out of fear somebody is consenting. You see, right? So the thing is that guess what? It doesn't mean that an individual and stuff got to sit up here and snatch you up and bring you. I'm grabbing my bag and whatnot and stuff. If you hear that noise in the background, I got sauce. I got sauce bottles and stuff. You know what I'm saying in my bag and stuff, right? But other than that and stuff, the thing is that I'm grabbing it. You know what I'm saying, and having my way. This is by the way of convince. This is by the way of convincing. You see, right? Guess what? It's non-touchable, non, uh, 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 non, what they call us. They like to call the brothers and stuff a great millstone. You know what I'm saying? And those and stuff who follow great millstone and stuff, according to Deuteronomy 22nd chapter and stuff, they like to call us grapists and whatnot and stuff, right? But guess what? Like Apostle Bar said and stuff, grape, you know what I'm saying? Just take the G off. Grape means grape and take the G off. It means to seize. So that means and stuff. Guess what? If according to coercive power that doesn't have anything to do with physical, right, or putting their hands on somebody, according to this and stuff, that means that I can that no, it's like it. That means and stuff that guess what? It's like I mean to. Scripture says and stuff. One slipping in his speech and stuff, but not in his heart, meaning his mind, right? The thing is that it means You know what I'm saying? Just in case and stuff, they try to be like, oh, he said, all right, well, I got you. I got the scriptures on it. When it come down to and stuff, you all can't sit up here and say that the water yabashimashah. When it come down to and stuff, if a person and stuff, you know what I'm saying, have convinced an individual and whatnot and stuff to deal, you know what I'm saying, right? Then guess what? It can't be grape. According to what you all say and stuff, grape according to this world and whatnot, that wouldn't be it. Because at the same time, according to this coercive power and whatnot, that means you don't have to touch nobody. You don't have to put nobody and stuff at gunpoint. You know what I'm saying? Even though that's a way too. But at the same time and stuff, what you do is pretty much and stuff, you put them in a position and stuff where they consent, right? Now we already addressed the age thing. We already addressed the age thing. They'll go to scoffers. We already addressed the age thing, right? And the thing is that guess what? You can't say anything, right? Because AI is supported by human intelligence. So that means the stuff humans was already convinced, right? According to this world, right? According to this world, they already proved and whatnot and stuff that guess what? It's like this is considered to be right. And guess what? We're gonna put it in the internet and at the same time and stuff. This is not just regular people in their opinion. These are individuals. Job 9:24. The earth is getting into the hands of the wicked. They're the ones and stuff who knows what it is. And when it come down to sovereigns and shit and whatnot and stuff, when it come down to what is that what is called when it come down to who is it Hollywood, you know what I'm saying, Woot the Woo and stuff, they already been doing that shit and whatnot and stuff. Why? Because they know. But the thing is that guess what, according to the unicorn, you know what I'm saying, the internet, right? What did they do and stuff? They put themselves in a situation and stuff where anything can be proven and stuff also by their laws. And then when it come down to the Bible, you see, because you have something and stuff that's different between you got state and religion, and they don't mix that together and stuff. Well, according to state, that's why I'm going into these words and these different points. According to state and whatnot and stuff, guess what? They declaring unrighteous decrees. Child support is one of them, but then also some sort of special grape is also one of them too. When it involves what they consider and stuff younger. And then I'm gonna say it like this, you know, I know it's messed up, and don't get me wrong and stuff, man. It's like, man, you don't understand and stuff how it feels to have a daughter and stuff. You know what I'm saying? No, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Because the scriptures talk about it. You know what I'm saying, right? But I'm gonna say about it. What I'm gonna say is this: when it come down to it and stuff, right? If they're putting stuff in the food to accelerate the stuff, the age growth, you know what I'm saying, within your children and stuff, where your daughters and sons, where it's like, well, they shouldn't be tripping about this, no, no, no. If they put in growth hormones and stuff, you know what I'm saying, within the food, then guess what and stuff, they know how it's gonna affect your body and whatnot and stuff. So therefore and stuff, the growth is gonna accelerate. Even though the age is a certain type of age and whatnot, it's still gonna be biological and whatnot. And with that being the case and whatnot and stuff, maybe you should come after your leaders and stuff that you niggas vote for. How about you do that? Because they the ones and stuff controlling the food. Bill Gates and whatnot and stuff, master of computers and stuff. Guess what? He in the food, he in liquor, he in medicine and whatnot and stuff. And guess what? The only background this nigga has and stuff is computers and technology. So why the fuck he in the other fields? Did you ever think about that? You know? Right, so I'm gonna read this. It says coercive power, it is the ability of a manager to force an employee to follow an order by threatening the employee with punishment. With the employee, it says if the employee does not comply or consent with the order, it says um It says it's like, let me read it again. It says coercive power is the ability of a manager to force an employee to follow an order by threatening the employee with punishment if the employee does not comply with the order. The most it says the most important concept to understand about coercive power is that it uses the application of force. So the thing is that regardless of anything and stuff, the thing is that, you know, it shows and stuff where you don't have to put your hands on somebody. It doesn't have to be physical. So that means and stuff that, guess what? It will be not I know coercive and stuff, right? It goes into, threatening and whatnot and stuff, right? But that means and stuff, even in Deuteronomy 22nd chapter and stuff, we understand, but guess what? It's twofold. The thing is that, hey, it's by persuasion. Persuasion and stuff is also considered a force, right? Without you touching nobody and stuff. So the thing is that, guess what? If I convince the female and stuff to give me her number and stuff, then guess what? Would you consider that grape? If I persuade a female and stuff, you know what I'm saying, to open to deal, the deal with an individual and stuff with her consent and whatnot and stuff, right? Because it's equal exchange over here, right? Would that be considered grape? Or the fact and stuff, if there's certain requirements that she needs and stuff in order for an individual and stuff to partake her and stuff, right? I know I'm using myself as an example and stuff, but I'm making an example. That's all it is. When it comes down to and stuff, is that considered grape and whatnot and stuff? Just because I found some other type of way without trying to sit up here and force her to comply and stuff to my ways physically. If I'm doing this stuff mentally and stuff in the safest way, meaning speak game, talk game, have game and stuff, to sit up here and talk to her and stuff and persuade her and stuff, you know what I'm saying, to want to deal with me and whatnot and stuff, and she agrees. Is that grape? No, it ain't. It's not grape at all. And when I say grape, take the G away. It's not grape at all. So for a lot of you individual stuff will be like, oh, you all according because you believe in Deuteronomy 22 and whatnot and stuff. It's like, first of all and stuff, this is the Lord's word. How about you sit up here and call him a grapist? And how much you want to bet and stuff? So many people gonna be like, oh no, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that and stuff. Then guess what? Think twice and stuff about calling somebody and stuff a grapist who believe in the Lord's laws. And guess what? Deuteronomy 22 is optional. You don't have to do that shit. Look at these women and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You doing that? The Lord, that for all you females out there and stuff, the Lord created a law where ain't nobody and stuff just coming through to hit it and quit it. So for all you bitches out there and stuff who tripping about this, that, and the third stuff, the Lord created a law for you where you can't just get fucked and the motherfucker just run away. Unless you selling that ass. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. If you selling that ass and whatnot and stuff, and selling that ass ain't just exchange with money and stuff, it can also be exchanged for items. So if you give a man an ultimatum stuff, it's like in order for you to give me this, in order if you want this good, if you want this Gok 3000, Gok 3000 and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You gonna have to do this and do that and stuff. You making a bargain, equal exchange. You see, you making a trade. You substituting something and stuff that don't have money and stuff, but at the same time, it's still in a situation as a monetary system. So at the same time and stuff, you making trade. You got, in order for you to get something, you got to exchange something. In order for you to buy anything and stuff, you got to have cash or digital funds just so you can get those items, don't you? So if you sit up here and set your rules, it's like, well, the only way and stuff that you're going to be able to get this and get that, you're going to have this and have that and stuff. Woo to woo. And guess what? I ain't your man. I ain't your husband. I'm just a motherfucker that come across the road and stuff, and guess what? End up seeing your ass. Which I'm not finna partake and stuff, because with me saying that and stuff, I already know and stuff, guess what? It's gonna be a setup. You see? You know? And then when it comes down to a lot of you women and stuff, according to Deuteronomy 22nd chapter and stuff, how many Deuteronomy 22nd chapter and also in the book of Susanna, I'm just gonna make quotes. How many of you all and stuff scream out? You had an individual and stuff that Elder Malcolm has showed us and stuff in the past where he was talking about dealing with various other women and stuff from different races and how they use the system and whatnot, or what it is that they use and stuff just so they can lock people up and whatnot and stuff. Well, when it come down to and stuff, and he saw all ages, I mean not all ages, all nationalities, all races, right? So when it all races or races, you know what I'm saying? Not racist, but races, you know what I'm saying? Or ethnicities. And the thing is that when it come down to them and how they use the system and whatnot and stuff, right? The thing is that if you don't, women do this and whatnot and stuff just so they can have their way. You know what I'm saying? You know, understand this when it come down to you men and whatnot and stuff. It's a war between male and female. Jeremiah 31 and 22, the earth was given, I don't know, Jeremiah 31 and 22, the Lord had created a new thing and stuff that the woman shall compass a man, meaning that she's going to have more power and stuff. And guess what? Women are always trying to find some type of trap and stuff. And guess what? There's no age on that. I just proved to you and stuff that guess what? A woman and stuff can be considered and stuff what you think is a little girl. If she's able to get pregnant, if it's based off the food, you know what I'm saying, right? And I'm the body y'all about your shot. If it's based off the food and whatnot and stuff, where she's more developed and whatnot and stuff, and she's able to bring forth children and whatnot and stuff, hey, that's a state issue. You know what I'm saying? That's a government issue. That's a federal issue. You know what I'm saying? When it come down to you niggas and stuff that's locked up in prison and whatnot and stuff, or jail and stuff in these various areas, this special grape brought to drop down the G, this special grape, right? When it, because I don't know what it's called, but when it come down to this special grape, you know what I'm saying, right? The thing is that you you will be in a position and stuff to bring forth a class action lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? You can also sue the federal government, and if they drop the charges, they gotta let people out. Because according to AI, which is also presenting stuff from the government, this ain't just something stuff that a person was like, oh, I created artificial intelligence and stuff, and I'm using this, and I think it's gonna woo the woo. We already know stuff when it come down to government, any type of invention stuff that any citizen comes up with, you know what I'm saying? The government's like, well, if you want to make money off this and stuff, guess what? We got to partake. So they got some affiliation. So with that being the case and stuff, guess what? They declaring them righteous decrees. For what I heard and stuff, when it come down to the GPT 3 or the 4 or whatever and stuff, right? They come with mathematics, right? They come with straight math. Math goes back into the Hebrew word amath, which means truth. So when it come down to and stuff, this is an unrighteous decree. Just like child support and stuff. Child support and stuff is an unrighteous decree. You know what I'm saying? Right? So with that being the case, and then guess what? There's a difference between state and religion and whatnot and stuff, right? But guess what? You just got proven and stuff that guess what? Even when it come down to state is on the same lines and stuff when it come down to religion. When it come down to George Washington, he believed in the Bible. You know, he was part of the Illuminati and stuff. George Washington, right? The thing is that he believed in the Bible, not the Quran. He believed in the Bible. And with him believing in the Bible stuff, most of his beliefs and stuff and the laws that he was creating and stuff was based off the Bible. So when it comes down to it, what if it's a separation between state and religion and whatnot? State is proven and stuff that guess what? It's an unrighteous law and it can get fought against. You see? I hope this video was edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahshua, Harbor Kakwadash, the more honors to apostles of great millstone, and salutations to the elect, which we hope to be. Shalom, wa Baba Ball, Kwam Yasharala.